Hello everybody, Dan here. Welcome back to Daily Soap Dish. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button down below because we cover a ton of 90 Day Fiancé right here on the channel. Alright guys, so let's get into it. Today we have some major news to drop to you guys, and if you guys follow the channel and you've looked in the community section, you saw that I posted about this earlier today. Darcy Silva and Georgi Rusev are now husband and wife. They've gotten married over the weekend on the 11th of 11, November 11th of 2023, and they're now husband and wife. And this news, well, I saw it yesterday, and it came as a bit of a shock to me because, you know, when we watch the Darcy and Stacey show, especially the last season, it just didn't really look like they were going to make it. There was just too many issues and a lot of accusations, levied against Georgi, about using Darcy, using her financially. And of course, he was rumored to have said some unsavory things about her as well. But it seems like they patched everything up and now they're married. Now, some people think that this is simply a marriage for the show. And that's not necessarily a theory that I disagree with, but let's take a look at what's going on. Let's show you guys all the evidence that we have. Let's look at all the information, and then we'll discuss. So, 90 Day Fiancé's Darcy Silva and Georgi Rusev reportedly get married in secret ceremony. Now, here's the thing. Here's the issue. Yes, supposedly it's a secret ceremony, but I have a sneaky suspicion that Darcy and Georgi or TLC or whoever dropped this on purpose, and I'll tell you guys why. But I feel like information about this wedding was dropped on purpose, and I'll show you guys why in a second. Now, 90 Day Fiancé star Darcy Silva and her Bulgarian man Georgi Rusev have reportedly gotten married, and there are now photos to prove the rumors. Darcy Silva and Georgi Rusev, known from the spin-off show Darcy and Stacey, got married on 11/11/2023. Darcy has had a history of toxic relationships, including Jesse Meester and Tom Brooks. And you guys, if you've been watching the show for years, you would have seen some of those relationships play out. Darcy does not have a great track record with relationships. I think, though, in my opinion, and I feel like a lot of people have done a 180 on Darcy over the years. And I think just the excessive plastic surgery and just perhaps not really, not coming across very well and not being mature. She's now in her late 40s and still acting like she's, 20 years younger. And I think people have kind of turned on Darcy. But when she originally came on and it was her and Jesse, I think people were very, very much in Darcy's corner because Jesse was, he was a bit of a psychopath. He just came across as a weirdo, just super controlling and just not very likable. So I think for that reason, a lot of people liked Darcy in the beginning. But then as we saw her progress throughout the seasons and the years, and we saw the choices she was making, I think people have kind of changed their tune on Darcy. And of course, we did a video a couple of days ago about Darcy and Stacey and, just their excessive obsession with plastic surgery and how they went from looking pretty normal in 2017 to looking like complete aliens, like they don't even belong to the human race anymore. And it's been a pretty shocking transformation. If you guys haven't seen that video, go and check it out. We posted that a couple of days ago. Now, Darcy and Georgi, so they got married just this past Saturday. Darcy was first seen in 90 Day Fiancé before 90 days, all the way back in season 1. And at that point, she was indeed dating Jesse Meester. Now, Darcy and Jesse turned out to be one of the most toxic couples on the show, and her relationship with Tom Brooks, well, it was no different. Darcy revealed she was dating someone new when she was casting her own twin-themed spin-off with sister Stacey Silva. Darcy had met massage therapist Georgi online. Georgi was from Virginia at that moment in time. He was a Bulgarian man. He was a hunk of a man. At least that's what Darcy thought back then. And he had been living in the USA for 10 years at that point when they met. Now, 90 Day Fiancé blogger John Yates shared a photo from what appears to be Darcy and Georgi's wedding ceremony this past weekend. And let's go and take a look at John. Now, I don't think John dropped the story first. This actually was dropped, I believe, from this account. I'm not exactly sure. Actually, no, sorry. It was dropped by 90 Sips of Reality. So add 90 Sips of Reality. So let's give credit where credit is due. It was dropped on their stories This was dropped like early yesterday. So this is what they posted here. Just a little FYI, Darcey Silva married Georgi, and of course there's some spelling mistakes in there, this weekend in a very tiny private ceremony in Connecticut. I was approached to photograph the wedding last minute, but they expected everyone to do or offer and do it all for free. That's not how I support my family, so I passed when her agent, Michael London, called me. Even after offering them a discounted rate for a few hours, they still hinted that all were doing their wedding free and they only had a tiny budget. And then the person says, the 90 Sips of Reality account says, thank you so much. Would you like to remain anonymous? And then the person says, yes, please. No problem. Thanks. So it's confirmed Georgi and Darcy are married. And this is the issue that I have here. So if you guys read this, now why, first of all, okay, first things first. So Darcy and Stacy, the Silva family, are coming across as mega cheapskates here. Like you've been on 90 Day Fiancé for God knows how many seasons. And then you've even had your own spinoff that's, it's been around for 4 seasons. It's going on season 5. And you want people to come and do work for free? I find that unbelievably cheap. You guys let me know what you think about that in the comments section. But on the other hand, I'm also a little skeptical about this person dropping this information. And the reason why that is because, so this person approached the 90 Sips of Reality Instagram account and dropped all this information, but then said, keep my name private. Now, okay, fine. We can go along with that. But the TLC crew and everyone that was involved with this wedding obviously knows who this person is. It's not like she is hiding her name. It's not like, TLC or the Darcy, Darcey Silva or Georgi are not going to know who this person is. They know the photographer that they spoke with, Michael Landon. They know the person that they spoke with, and they know the person that is dropping all this tea now about how things went down. And so does it even matter if you keep your name private? I don't know. So I'm a little suspicious about that. And so I feel like perhaps this was a drop done on purpose. Now, I'm not saying this person is or isn't lying. I don't know. I'm just a little suspicious about how this was dropped. And of course, we're going to get to the leaked photos as well in a minute. And there's just too much information getting dropped there. So I do believe that this was somehow orchestrated by TLC, by Darcy, by Georgi. I think in hopes of creating buzz, creating this kind of PR machine for their new season of Darcy and Stacy, I guess season 5. And what's going to happen then, I really think that that's what's going on here. So when they say secretive, I'm not sure I fully buy that. Let's look at some of the comments here. I'm so sick of people expecting things for free. They've made plenty of money, or I'm so sick of them expecting things for free. So this is Cynthia Decker here. By the way, she's blasting the Silva twins, or Darcy and Georgi, I guess. They're getting their faces full of filler for free. People need to stop giving things for free. It's a gracious gift when someone gives you something. Be humble and grateful. I'm glad he did not do the photos. So this Cynthia really laying into them. Now they can have his and hers plastic surgery. Damn, he couldn't use some of his secret sock to pay the photographer. So people are kind of blasting them for being cheap and not wanting to pay the photographer. And if this is a real drop, and if this is not some kind of TLC plant, if this is a real drop, then yes, indeed, that is very, very cheap of them. And I think they deserve to be blasted for that. So now let's go and look at John Yates's post here. So John Yates did, I guess he did a live yesterday. It's exclusive. I don't know if you guys can access that. I'm not exactly sure, but you guys can go and check it out as well if you want to. And he says this, as just discussed on my live, these pictures were taken from Darcy and Georgi's alleged wedding on Saturday, November 11, 2023. Now, back in September, they posted #111 when they got back together. From what I hear, they were married in their home in Connecticut, and it was a very intimate guest list of only 20 people. I wish them all the happiness in the world. That's what John says, and Lisa Ham is there saying congrats to Darcey Silva. And so these are the pictures right here. Now you can see, that those look indeed like wedding photos. You can see Darcy and Darcy, I got to give it to her. She maybe looks a little better. It's hard to say because the pictures they're kind of crooked, they're slanted, and it's hard to really tell. And of course, she has a ton of makeup on. But yeah, so here are the pictures of the supposed wedding at their home, and with only about 20 people or so. And I wonder how many of those 20 people were TLC crew members, because of course they are obviously, I think, in my opinion, we don't know yet, but they obviously would be filming this for their show. And I think this is a main reason why they're doing this thing in the first place. And so you would have to think that the TLC crew was all over that. So yeah, Darcy and Stacey got married in their home in Connecticut. Now, their engagement aired in the Darcy and Stacey season 1 finale. Georgia proposed to Darcy in June of 2020 after 4 months of dating. They broke up, and Georgia popped the question again to Darcy in season 3 finale before fans read about Darcy revealing she was single in March of 2022. Now, the ceremony was intimate, so yeah, 20 people, as we just went over. And the couple first sparked rumors of an upcoming wedding in September. And Georgie posted and deleted a post caption, "It's finally happening." He also tagged Darcy in the caption and included the hashtags Darcy and Georgie /11, hashtag 111, hashtag love, hashtag Georgie Rusev, hashtag Darcy Silva. So you can see, based on the way that they're dropping all of this information and they're dropping all of these hints. Now, Georgie Rusev posting that in September, that's not an accident. Like, these things, they don't happen by accident. That's done on purpose. So obviously Georgie trying to stir up hype, try to create hype, and create buzz for their marriage and their wedding and all of that stuff. So that's obviously why it happened, which is also why, like I said, I don't believe this was just a secretive, so to speak, wedding. I think, they were planning on dropping this information, and they're obviously trying to create buzz about it. You guys let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. Now, Darcy had responded to the post with several heart emojis in the comments. Georgia was caught ring chopping at Tiffany & Co. in June of 2023. He shared the video from inside the store in Dubai and zoomed in on a pair of his and her wedding bands to suggest he was buying them. Georgie told fans that he was ready to put a ring on it, but wasn't ready to confirm anything yet. Meanwhile, Georgie also shared a selfie recently to reveal his new look after getting facial fillers in his cheeks, jawline, and lips. So Georgie going the Darcy route in terms of looks. He's going to the Darcy School of Plastic Surgery and Physical Enhancements. Now, if Darcy and Georgie did get married, then he got a makeover just in time for the wedding. The couple was last seen together in season 4 of the Darcy and Stacey show, but they were not together during season 4. And Darcy basically wanted to move on, and she was seen dating a man named Zach. There were suspicions that the couple had reconciled off screen because they were spotted together, even though they were filming at a Miami restaurant. That was back in January 2023. They continue flirting on Instagram, and now that they're allegedly married, perhaps their wedding will be featured in Darcy and Stacey season 4. I can answer that question right away. For sure, is going to be featured in Darcy and Stacey season 5. I think that's the only reason why they did this. And I don't know what to make of this wedding. I feel like this is a sham wedding, and the reason for that is because Georgie was very obviously trying to use Darcy throughout their time together. And he even, I forget exactly what I said, but at one point he even admitted that he was using her and he planned on dumping her or something like that. He supposedly said that to some friends, got confronted about it, denied it, and stuff like that. But eventually Darcy kind of forgave him about it. Now, there were tons of red flags that Georgie was indeed using Darcy. Now, I think that Darcy was also using Georgie because let's not forget that without Georgie, there is no storyline for Darcy Silva on the Darcy and Stacey spinoff. And so she needs a man there. She needs somebody that she can be in love with and then have conflict with and then potentially break up with and then potentially get back together with. That's what the show is about. Of course, it's become a lot more also about her plastic surgery. They've introduced that into the show as well. The sister's getting all this plastic surgery and so on. But really, they need a male for Darcy. They need somebody there. It doesn't have to be Georgie, but, they've been together for a couple of years. And so I do think that they both kind of used each other. And I feel like they perhaps played a little bit off of the angle of Georgia using her. But I don't know. What do you guys make of this whole thing? Let me know in the comment section what you make about this wedding. Do you think this is legit? Do you think this is just so that they can have something to talk about on season 5 of the Darcy and Stacey show? You guys let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. Now, some people on Reddit, you know, they're also chiming in. So this one person says, what the hell? It seems like her and her family are pretty damn well off. Why is she trying to get handouts, especially for a wedding? And then this person says, maybe daddy finally turned off the tap. I'm not sure she is that incredibly well off without her dad's money fountain. House of 11 is not really a successful business, and most of her designer products are fake. She probably has a decent social media income, though. I don't know. Maybe it's just a classist entitled thing. Some rich and famous people think they deserve free stuff. This is why we'll let them botch themselves so we don't have to eat so many of them. She blew all of her TLC money on plastic surgery. Now, Cynthia Decker did accuse Darcy of basically getting free plastic surgery. I'm not sure that she is getting it completely free. Maybe she is. But for sure, she's getting some discounts and whatnot. We know that Angela Deem also gets discounts, and a lot of people that come on the show get discounts for stuff like plastic surgery. Now, how cheap is that? Wanting professional services for free? That's some entitled cheek right there. So this one person blasted them. Is it just me, or even though the person wanted to remain anonymous, the text thread makes them super identifiable? So that's my other point here, that the person that wanted to allegedly remain anonymous, I don't know. There's something sketchy about the way that whole thing went down, and obviously they're very identifiable, and so why would they want to remain anonymous? It's very sketchy. Perhaps it's a TLC producer that is dropping this information and trying to spoil the storyline. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. That's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a big thumbs up if you did. Hit that subscribe button down below for more content right here on the channel, and I'll see you guys very soon. Take care.